Get up, and it is time for a sound off. Yesterday we had Jordan Rodgers on the show, and he pumped the brakes a little bit on all of the Arch Manning hype. Take a listen.
Y'all have been drinking Paul Finebaum's Kool-Aid for way too long. I have him as the fifth. Let me repeat that. The fifth best quarterback in the SEC. The Louisiana Monroe and Mississippi State, who were 93rd, 103rd, and 118th in the scoring defense in the FBS last year. Look, I love Arch. I think he has a very high floor, but I don't think he's an elite talent when it comes to his arm ability, his ability to manipulate the pocket, to make guys miss, to change his arm angle. I think he's a really good quarterback, but the hype train's out of control.
It's July 14th, and Jordan Rodgers has thoughts. Paul Finebaum, you might be the leader of the Arch Manning fan club. Your response to Mr. Rodgers?
Listen, Peter, I cheered. My wife and I were Jordan's biggest fans when he won The Bachelorette, but that's where it ends. I really am amused that he's using what Arch did last year. I mean, the whole conversation a week ago was about his potential. I said,
it's because although you didn't say he's the fifth best, you didn't say he was the best either. Where do you place him in the SEC as far as quarterbacks go?
Well, I think he's probably the fourth best if you're asking me to rank them right this skinny minute, because as a reporter, the truth always lies somewhere in between Jordan and Paul. I would go Nussmeier, number one. Nobody's talking about DJ Lagway enough from Florida. I put him at number two. And then Lenora Sellers at South Carolina. Then I have Arch Manning. But we keep talking about Arch and not enough about the people around him. They have to be good around him. 4 new starters on the offensive line. They lost their top 3 pass catchers from a year ago. So Manning is a natural leader. The players gravitate towards him, and they like him for who he is, not the name on the back of his jersey. He's absolutely needs time to grow and learn. But the real answer is we have no idea where he ranks right now among SEC quarterbacks. But if I had to do it, I'd say he's probably better than fifth.
That's good. It's a good debate, and we'll see how it plays out on the field, of course. Paul, I'm a Bachelor in Paradise guy. Have you seen that show?
you watch too much TV, Peter.
Time for a game of more or less. We're going to stick right here with an SEC Media Days edition. Heather, out of the gates, I'm giving you Texas. They win 10.
The only reason I hesitate, the 2 games are at Ohio State and at Georgia. I'm going to say they split those games, losing the opener at Ohio State.
Okay. Paul, I'm giving you the Crimson Tide. Alabama, 9.5 wins. More or less?
More. And then went back to the NFL, but he's there now. Ty Simpson will be the quarterback. His defense is elite. He's got some of the best wide receivers in the country, maybe the second best overall.
Okay, last one. Heather, LSU, 8.5 wins. More or less?
More. Listen, I'm going to admit it. Brian Kelly and his quarterback, Garrett Nussmeier, they convinced me yesterday in our interviews of their belief that this team is a national title contender. They've got to win that opener at Clemson to really prove it and get everyone else to believe it. But I think they've got what it takes in terms of depth and elite talent, particularly on defense.
August 30th, everyone's circling it already. It's Clemson LSU. And for LSU to go over their win total, a win in that opener would certainly help. But under Brian Kelly, the Tigers have lost 3 straight season openers. This year it's Clemson, a very formidable foe. Here was Brian Kelly yesterday on preparing for his Week 1 matchup.
I know Dabo very well and respect him and his program and the accomplishments they've had. But we've also been 0-3 in openers at LSU under my watch. And we needed to do some things differently this year. And that is embrace this opener and embracing it in a manner that this is a big game. And it's a tangible goal for our football team to want to be 1-0. It's not let's warm it up into the season. We want to be ready for this football game. And so we're doing everything in our power to give our players the opportunity for that success.
Heather, he could have gone a lot of different ways with that answer. He could have avoided it. He went straight at it, very self-aware. Almost felt like a pep rally for August 30th. Your reaction, having covered this guy for so long?
Well, part of me was a little bit taken aback by the fact that he hasn't placed an emphasis on the openers as much in the past as he has this one. Maybe he would have won more of them if he had. But the reality is that the difference is he said there's no excuse not to play their best in this game because he believes they're so much more talented. And he admitted that last year they had a defense good enough to win games, but not elite enough to win championships. And I think when you look at the depth overall, he said, look, if we have a guy who comes out there at right tackle against Clemson, he's not ready for the bright lights. We have another one we can put in. And I think that's the difference with LSU, and that's what he was trying to say, is that we have no excuse not to be our 100% best in this opener.
Paul, they are so deep, they're so loaded, and yet the history is he's 0-3 in these Week 1 games. Do you view that Week 1 game against Clemson in the ACC a must-win for Brian Kelly?
I do not, and I understand what he did yesterday, and he told us afterwards that he understands why this is so important. He's changed a lot of things. He has the best roster. But think about this. I think LSU is one of the few schools in America that could lose 3 games and go to the CFP because that opener is so difficult. The problem with losing it is that Florida game on September 13th will then be do or die, and you don't want that against DJ Lagway. But I still think he has plenty of room to navigate the rest of the schedule because he has one of the 5 or 6 best teams in the country. He just happens to be playing one of the 3 best in the opener.
Heather, the standard is so high at LSU. Do you think Brian Kelly could be on the hot seat if things don't go right this season?
No.
No, I don't. But I do.
Go ahead, Heather. I want to hear this.
Pause. That was for Paul. Well, I was going to say only if this season is so underwhelming, then I think it's a fair question for next year in the offseason because he's built it up. He has. He's set the expectation and the bar so high as to contend for a national title this year. So if they fall below his expectations in an underwhelming way, then I think it's a fair question next season.
Paul, you were saying it yourself. You don't think so either?
Yeah, no, I was jumping the gun to take somebody off the hot seat, which is unusual for me. And Heather's usually looking at me with weary eyes. The point being that he's recruiting so well. He just landed the #1 player in the country. He's got an amazing recruiting class. And I think his roster is built for the future. It would take a disaster for Brian Kelly to be on the hot seat after this season.
Paul, Heather, you guys were awesome all day yesterday, all over the ESPN network, so keep it going today. We're going to get back to you guys in just a second. Thank you for joining us. But first, we got to get back to the NFL.
Xin chào tất cả các bạn đã quay trở lại kênh YouTube của mình. Mình hiện là một người làm video sáng tạo nội dung trên nền tảng YouTube nha các bạn. Mình sẽ sáng tạo những video hướng dẫn cắt dán cho các bạn này. Đây là những sản phẩm của mình đã cắt dán rất nhiều những sản phẩm của mình đây này. Mình sẽ giới thiệu cho các bạn cách mình tạo ra video, những video viral của mình nha. Để tạo được những video đẹp hay chất lượng cho các bạn xem.